Parents always looking for great ways to dress up meals. Tortillas, a perfect base to work with for some tasty ways to dress up some tortillas. We turn to this man, executive chef with Maple Leaf Foods, Villeneuve. Appreciate it. You say you want to show off some of the things we can do with tortillas first before we get to chef.
No, so much of what everyone is challenged with every day is time. Right?
Sure.
It's time to cook something and ideas. Tortillas are one of those things. You got them in your cupboard. You grab your package of Dempster's tortillas, and you're ready to go.
Okay.
There's so many ideas that you can have ready. You know, up at the front here, we've got some tortilla pizzas. So this is a sort of a very classic margarita pizza. So a little bit of cheese, some fresh basil, some fresh mozzarella, some sliced tomatoes.
Nice.
You know, you're talking about 5 minutes to put it together. You preheat your oven to 425. You throw it in for about 8 minutes, and you're ready.
And you're done. And it's nice and crispy. We see it's brown.
Exactly. You want it nice and crispy so it doesn't kind of sog down on you, but you also don't want it to sort of fall apart and get sort of like tortilla chip. One of my favorites down in the front here, this is like a Mexican tortilla lasagna.
A lasagna with tortillas,
So
right?
this is something that you can absolutely prepare a day ahead of time, have it sitting in your fridge.
Yeah.
You get home from work, you throw it in the oven, 50 minutes later you've got dinner on the table.
Perfect.
But instead of using pasta, you're using layers of tortilla, and you're using all those wonderful sort of taco, burrito flavors. And again, we've got some great recipes on the Dempster's website, but it's also always about, if you don't like it, leave it out. You know, so if you look at that recipe, you go, oh, my kids won't eat black beans, and just leave out the black beans and make it without the black beans.
Go with what you like.
Absolutely. You know, you've got your classic wraps. You guys, there was a conversation this morning about getting whole grains. You know, and obviously using whole grain tortillas is a great way to get that into your diet. In our house, absolutely, like that is.
Is that a go-to?
That is a go-to. And that's the one that gets, you know, I've got young kids. I've got a 5-year-old and a 9-year-old and a 15-year-old.
Kids really like making their own stuff.
They love it. You bring the bowls of everything to the table. They assemble it together. And again, this is one that you can have, do all your chopping the day before, have it sitting in, you know, sealed containers or sealable bags. And then when you get home from work, you're literally pulling it out, 10 minutes of frying pan, and you've got dinner on the table.
All right, speaking of pans, you've got something cooking.
So I've got something on the go here. This is very much sort of, this is one of our, a little more contemporary, a little more fun recipes. It's very much food truck inspired.
Nice.
What I've got you doing is you're going to make something called a lime crema.
Lime crema,
And what we're doing is we're going to do shrimp tacos. So anyone who's been watching any of the food truck shows, tacos are big. And these are, we end up calling these soft shell tacos. All tacos are supposed to be soft shelled. Taco when you go to Mexico,
I didn't know that.
Hard shell tacos is something that was invented by the good people who have a restaurant with the name Taco in it. That was definitely their thing. So I've got some shrimp that I've sautéed, a little bit of Cajun spice. You can, if you've got your own Cajun spice, use it. You can also buy stuff off the shelf. It works amazing. Some red onion. Then I'm going to add some diced radish. So radish is one of these things that not a lot of people cook with radish, and especially people go, oh, I don't like radish. It's too harsh, it's too peppery, it's too... When you cook it just for a little bit, it really, really mellows the flavor, gives you some nice crunch and a little, you know, sort of pepperiness. And the other thing about the kids is once you cook it, you'll see a lot of the red bleeds out, so they don't know what it is.
They won't get
sort of in there.
Some kids are freaked out by whatever colors bugging
colors
them,
of foods. You know, yellow peppers, my kids don't like yellow peppers, but they love red. So if I was doing this at home, I would do it with red peppers. I know people who their kids only eat green peppers. So, you know, I've got my tortilla, my taco filling already here. And this is certainly one where, you know, I don't see any kids. I've added a little bit of hot sauce into the lime crema.
a tiny bit,
I'm going to add a couple of shots as well into the tortillas. To me, I find adding a little bit of spice to your morning routine sort of really helps kind of get you up and running. You can cook this.
What'd you call this again?
This is a lime crema.
Crema,
So it's basically a creamy lime sauce. So all I've got here is I've got a Dempster's original small tortilla. If you want to just spoon a little of that down the bottom.
We'll go down the center here. There we go.
I've got some of the shrimp filling. Now, if you like your veggies cooked a little bit more, what I would recommend, if you like is actually doing a little bit in a separate pan.
Okay.
Because you don't want your shrimp to overcook.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
You know, some people don't like the crunchy veg. My dad, one of the most memorable meals that ever got sent back to me when I worked in a restaurant was from my father. He said, don't you tell that guy never to send me crunchy vegetables again.
There you go.
So I learned my lesson that way. But shrimp overcooked gets really stringy, so you want to just, I'm going
to put that right
the
down
lime crema in there. Perfect.
Now, Bob, quickly, before I forget here, because we have to wrap up, what is the website again that people can check out if they want some ideas?
You can go to dempsters.ca. The top right-hand corner of the webpage, there's going to be a little picture of a tortilla. It says, wrap it up. We've got 100 tortilla recipes there.
Wow.
You're ready to go.
Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. Chef Bob, Maple Leaf Foods, Dempster ideas with tortillas. You can probably do it with your family. I think I'm going to make some pizzas. That's what I'm going for.
I'm coming to your place.